Today I'm going to be talking about blended rum. The lessons, the videos that I've done so far in this series have been quite easy to follow, I would hope. This is where it starts to get a little bit more tricky. Now again, for blended rum, there is no legal definition. It has been classified a few different ways before. Do I agree with those classifications? Not really. In fact, it's Luca Gargano. I think that's how you say it. I've never known how you say his surname, but I think it's that. It's Gargano or Gargano. I think he openly classifies his classification method for rum geeks. I think he's quite open about that fact. It doesn't really suit the rum lovers at my levels because he talks about single blended rum. Now, most of the rum I've got behind the bar, I'm just looking around, most of the rum I've got behind the bar from sort of there downwards will be blended rum. Okay, people might not realise that, but it will be blended rum. And that's simply because a lot of distilleries have 2, 3, 4 stills on site. So they make a blend of rums, whether it's a pot and column still, whether it's a blend of an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old. So like, I think I've got that there. I think I'm right in saying that the 8-year-old has got, it's predominantly 8 in it, but I think it's also got 12-year-old. I think it's got 14 in there as well, 15, something like that. I think it goes quite, but it's predominantly 8 at the back. So it's a blend. So not only is it a blend of different stills, it's actually a blend of different aged rums. But I think Luca kind of classifies these as single blended rums, as in rums that come from one distillery. But I'll be honest as well, I don't actually know whether he classifies single blended rum as rum that comes off one still. You know, or, you know, you could go so many different ways for this because, as I say, so many brands blend rum, so many distillers blend rum. So it's kind of technical. The only thing we can say for sure is when a brand releases, and again, you know, I keep talking, it's not my favourite brand at all. In fact, I don't like most of them. But the biggest one to relate to a lot of people is Foursquare in the ECR, the Exceptional Cask Series, the ECS. Is simply because when it's single cask, there is no blends at all. It's come off the still, it's been put into a cask, that's it at the end of the day. Okay, single cask rum. All right, so that's not blended. You can pretty much assume that everything else is blended. Now, I've been talking about these. Where do we get to with these? Because these are flipping blended, but they are totally different to these. You know, if you like these, the chances are you might not, you know, be a huge fan of these, and vice versa as well. If you love these, in fact, I know quite a few people that absolutely adore these rums, but then hate these. Now, again, I've never really seen these classified as anything apart from blended rums. But of course, I think there should be another classification for them, and I do call them that. I call them multi-country or multi-island blends, except I do not see that term being bandied about, and I, for the life of me, don't understand why. Because I think it is quite apt now for the amount of brands. I've got more behind the bar here. You know, where's it gone? Well, we've got, you know, we've got the Signature, the boutique rum company there. We've got, where's the one? That's the one I'm looking for. We've got Lovers and Forza. You know, we've got even more of these. There are so many more coming to market. The difference that these are is that these, because let's just take the black top, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana. And as we go down through the years, we've got Australia coming into them there. The simple fact is, those not only countries, but those distilleries that use in there, depends where. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty damn sure I know where the Barbados comes, but there's 4 different distilleries on Barbados. All 4 of those make completely different rums. So, completely different tasting rums. So, the whole point I'm making is that when you've got different aspects coming together, different distilleries' rums coming together, they make a totally and utterly different product to Jamaica, to an out-and-out Barbados rum, to an out-and-out St. Lucia rum. They are just light years apart. So when you see the term blended rum, as I say, there is no legal classification for it. You just have to look a bit deeper. Is it multi-country, multi-island, which I absolutely adore? Or is it kind of single distillery blended rums. I think that would be kind of the better terminology, wouldn't it? Instead of single blended, I think we need to kind of clarify what single blended actually means in the whole of rum world, not just in geek world, because to me they are single blended, because I'm naturally thinking about distilleries, but I actually think these are more blended than single blended on Luca Cagano's classification here. But I think the easiest way we could do that is that they're single blended and they're multi-country island blends. So that is what blended rum is. We take the skills of a blender, whether he's at or she's at a distillery, and blends together different casks, or whether we've got the likes of Carsten, for instance, at E&A Shear, that skill set is unrivaled at taking different rums from all around the world and blending them together to create. I'm just thinking, what's not Carsten? I think that one's. I think the rest of those are Carsten. I'm not sure that is. I think that's Alex Gabriel. I think he's done that. Or Don Ben over in WIRD. But they, I'm pretty much assuming, will be courtesy of Carsten at E&A Shear. That is the big difference. Different countries, different distilleries. They're still blended rums, but they're totally different to blended rums from one distillery.